Susy Oliveros answered the question, and the question was, "What do you guys want to talk about? Where are you having trouble?" And she says, "Cold calling." She says she has too much anxiety, and I asked, "Well, what's your issue?" And she's like, "Well, I want to talk how not to get yelled at." So, Susie, if you feel comfortable coming up on stage, I'll send you an invite right now, and we can talk through this. But before we do that, and if you there's no pressure ever to to come up on stage. Yeah, Shawn, the goal is to get comfortable getting yelled at. Not getting yelled at by me, but getting yelled at by the consumers. And I would say um more often than not, like that's an outlier. Like the person who's really angry, why the fuck are you calling me? Oh, shouldn't curse. We're recording for YouTube. Why the F are you calling me? What do you do? I'm in the middle of dinner, blah blah blah. I'm gonna report you. That person is like 1 in 1,000. Really. And it's funny because that's such a fringe reaction you'll get cold calling, but it is the one that's talked about all the time online. And I find that people generally psych themselves out from the practice of cold calling for these fringe cases that like don't really exist.
Uh,
Hi, Susie.
Hello. Sorry, I'm at a drive-through right now.
No, you're good. Ask them if they want to buy or sell real estate.
He's joking.
All right. So
Go for it.
talk to me. What's your issue with cold calling, Susie? Hey everyone, Luca from Actually Agents here. Just wanted to take a quick second to bring your attention to an amazing opportunity we've secured for the Actually Agents community through our partnership with BAM. If you use code ACTUALLY on the website link in the description, you'll gain 10% off to the BAMX training platform. It is jam-packed with courses, information, ebooks, scripts, and more, all specifically designed for the modern real estate agent like yourself who's ready to commit to their craft and 10x their business this coming year. Remember, use code ACTUALLY. It's 10% off. The link is in the description. Thanks so much for your support. What's the problem here?
Pretty much. Well, like the calls that I've been doing so far, I started with the intro, like, how you doing? I'm here and there. And, give me 1 second. Yeah. No, thank you. Sorry about that.
That's awesome.
So I start with the single intro, and then after I ask for a home valuation and stuff, it goes to like, you're bothering me, you're this and that, you're just a faker, liar, and all that kind of, like, I've just been attacked lately.
Okay. And this has happened multiple times?
More than multiple, yeah.
More than multiple, and you're not, it's not like you're making 100 cold calls a day. All right, we'll wait for the drive-through order to get done. What are you eating?
I'm having a double quarter.
Hell yeah. From where?
McDonald's.
From McDonald's. All right. Awesome. Let's go. Double quarter pounder with cheese. Reminds me of that movie Terminal with Tom Hanks. You know, he gets so hyped up for his first real meal in months, and it's a double quarter pounder. No, okay. Yeah, my references are a little dated at this point. I forget that I'm getting old. All right, Susie, have you secured the bag on the food?
Not yet. I'm still waiting.
All right, tell them to speed up, or I'll call corporate. All right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but what I'm getting from this is you're cold calling sporadically, here or there, your words, right? And the majority, and you've had more than one instance of people getting mad and upset at you and saying you're bothering me. So I got this situation. How many cold calls would you say you do in a week?
I would say anywhere between, well, per day, about 50 to 60. I try to just vary it.
50 to 60 per day?
Yeah. Yeah.
And is that, real quick, or is that just rings, like people you're contacting, or conversations?
Ranging, like when I get the new leads, I just do the immediate call and then just following up and so on.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds like it might be a scripting issue. Would you feel comfortable pretending I'm a cold call right now and you can like pretend I'm a homeowner?
Oh,
are you using a script? Are you saying the same thing every single time?
Honestly, I've tried with scripts, but I can't seem to get it right. And I just started going on my own.
Okay. So, would you say going on your own is working for you?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Explain the yes. Have you
Yes,
gotten things
because
from it?
I would say yeah, because it's a little more unique and showing not sounding like a robot, let's just say.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we do have a master cold caller here. Shawn King gets the majority of his business from cold calling. Why don't I let him take over this line of questioning?
Hi,
Let's
Susie. Are you doing like a dialer for cold calls or are they leads coming in?
leads coming in.
Okay, so they're not straight cold calls and you're getting yelled at by leads online that consented to you calling them?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Screw them. They consented. Like you shouldn't fuck that. They consented to you calling them, so they shouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah. And if it's a warm call, like they consented, opted into something, I mean, I've been doing a lot of email marketing to consumers, and when I get a reply, I'm just picking up the phone and calling them, and instantly just being like, "Hey, I saw you replied to this." Like I'm building rapport kind of instantly, and usually it's a very positive conversation because if they've opted in, that means they have some sort of reference point. So like yeah, you opted in. Like, do you just opt in into stuff for free, or like what's going on? I mean, you could kind of play with it. Um,
Susie,
Uh-huh.
you seem like a sweet, nice person. Have you tried door knocking? Door knocking when you're a nice person can often be an easier time for you because people aren't going to yell at you when they see you. They're a lot more likely to yell at you on the phone than they are in person. Like I don't mind getting yelled at, so I cold call every day. I actually laugh and enjoy that I got someone that angry sometimes. But
Uh-huh.
that's me, right? If you could door knock, you might have a lot more success.
Yeah, I tried door knocking when I first started, and it didn't go too well for me.
How many times did you try though? It's like a continuous process. It takes a long time.
Once.
Yeah, one time is nothing, right? Like it's a skill like anything else. It takes months to get good at it, and it takes months after that to even turn those. Like your goal shouldn't even be get business; it should be get emails and building your skills with it at this point. How long you been in real estate for?
Right now I just started, so this is my fourth month right now.
Oh yeah, so you got to like door knocking. Give it 6 months easily before you even decide if you like it, because no one likes door knocking, especially at first. Same as cold calling. No one likes this stuff at first. Eventually, you get to a point you get comfortable with it, and then you almost feel weird if you're not doing it. That's the point of this. This is why so few agents do it, and the ones that do it are very successful at it, right? Because it takes such a long time. But if you don't like getting yelled at, you're a lot less likely to get yelled at door knocking because people are a lot tougher over the phone.
In
Uh,
Susie's defense, Sean, not to cut you off, Susie, she did her first message in this chat was she's tuning in from 110-degree hell. And the first time I door knocked, I also started in the summer, and by the ninth door, I had pit stains down to my hips, and it was just not a good look, and I wouldn't have called it a
Does it
success.
cool down at night there or like at evenings or mornings?
Not really. It's in the 90s lately.
Okay, so fair
So
enough.
hold in on the cold calling.
It seems like you should change your skill so that you get yelled at once a day. If you're not getting yelled at once a day, you're not doing enough work. You have to learn to embrace the screaming because we're in sales. We're gonna annoy people. That's just the point of it. And you're gonna get people yelling at you. The more people yelling at you, the closer you are to getting an actual sale or a lead. That's the way you got. You got to change your like. You can't change it to not getting yelled at. No matter what, if you do it enough times, you're not gonna get yelled at, but you're gonna get angry people and are hung up on whatever it is. So it's a mindset change, if you ask me.
um, I I want to add something really fast. So one thing, there's a quote I put in the chat. If you haven't offended someone by noon each day, then you aren't marketing hard enough. So I really like that. And secondly, you mentioned that you were feeling anxious to get on the phone call, and everyone has a fear of rejection, some more than others. And that's a big thing. And it doesn't feel good when someone hangs up on you or shuts you down. But something that I've kind of been in my head trying to repeat to myself is they're rejecting the offer. They're not rejecting you. So it's nothing personal. They're just rejecting what you're offering them. And you have to disassociate yourself from taking it personally. And that has kind of helped ease my anxiety. I don't have too much anxiety, but it's more of just fear of rejection around the whole idea. So I avoid it and put it off. So like over a phone call, it's not like they are rejecting you. They just don't want whatever you're offering them.